Welcome back to another react episode of Life with an Ordinary Guy Who Reincarnated into a Total Fantasy Knockout. Be sure to check the previous episode here to catch up on the latest development of the show. And without further ado, let's begin. And of course, spoiler warning ahead. So the episode opens up with Tsukasa learning a new hunter skill from one of the villagers, and he is able to skin that monster from episode 1. Everybody wonders what kind of monster this was until the village chief came by and told them it was the Guardian of the Forest. Oh, I see. The show is setting up for something here. It might have not been a good idea for Tsukasa to kill that monster, but then again, they were attacked first, so no other choice for Tsukasa. So Tsukasa went back to the apartment to check on Hinata, and lo and behold, he walks into this. Oh, Hinata, why did you have to decide to dry your hair by the front door? You could have just done that in the bathroom or your bedroom or whatever. Think of the effort Tsukasa has to put up with to resist that peerless beauty skill. While Tsukasa was drying Hinata's hair, he postulated that Hinata's appearance has some kind of magic imbue to it that can change people's preference. Since Tsukasa claims to not have any interest in little blonde girls, of course we know that's not the case, since the peerless beauty skill is only active on Hinata. Hinata, on the other hand, is kind of enjoying the attention that she's getting, since as a guy, she never had this much attention before. Moving on, so Hinata and Tsukasa both decided to go to the big city to find more information about the Demon King, and when they were about to leave, they bumped into that elf girl we saw at the previous episode. Apparently, that monster that Tsukasa killed in episode 1 was the Guardian of the Forest, where the elf reside, and she is incensed to find out who killed the guardian of their forest. But Tsukasa is not the one to back down. He decided to confront the elf girl and justify the burning of their forest and the killing of their guardian deity as an act of self-defense. Wait, what kind of justification did Tsukasa came up with? I mean, we never really saw who started the fire at the bandits' hideouts in the first place. Now, the elf girls don't buy the excuse, but Tsukasa insisted that they negotiate. But here's the kicker. It wasn't Tsukasa that the elf girl was paying attention to. It was actually Hinata. She started to take up her role to reveal more skin and claim that she is more beautiful than Hinata. Okay, so Elf Girl is kind of a narcissist. And she also revealed to us that the elf people worship the goddess of love and beauty. And she also demands both Tsukasa and Hinata bow their head and praise her beauty, to which Hinata was all about to do, but Tsukasa refuses to do. And Tsukasa made a bold declaration that he'll never admit that the elf girl is beautiful because he's so used to dealing with Hinata. This, of course, shocked the elf girl, so she decided to ask the villager to take a vote between Hinata and her to see who is more beautiful. And of course, we know the results of that, right? That's right, no one beat peerless beauty here. So Tsukasa told the elf girl to reflect on her own behavior. And the first thing he told her to do is to change the god she worshipped. That statement Tsukasa made was actually a big mistake, since the elf girl then accuses the both of them of being part of an evil cult and that they brainwash all the villagers. She then starts to attack both Hinata and Tsukasa, which is partly for a selfish reason too, because, you know, if she kills Hinata, then she will be the most beautiful person that's left. I guess Elf Girl decided to not try the poison apple. Straight up murder works too. Both Tsukasa and Hinata decide to retreat to the forest to hide. But of course, that won't be for long, since Tsukasa is going to go on the counterattack and taking out the main weapon of the elf girl, which is her hair. Ooh, that was a critical hit on somebody who self-proclaimed themselves to be beautiful. And at the same time, he took out the source of where she was using to make those arrows. Well, I guess Tsukasa and Hinata can slip away quietly while the elf girl is wallowing in her despair. So fast forward till nighttime, and both Tsukasa and Hinata decided to call it a day because Hinata was complaining too much about being tired. So back to the apartment both of them go. While Hinata was taking her bath, Tsukasa was making dinner for the both of them. Wow, Tsukasa can cook too? No wonder all the girls flocked to him in their own world. Anyway, the both of them decided to eat dinner outside, and the animator has this little disclaimer about Hinata drinking beer. Remember, she's really 32. Now, Hinata soon wonders where Tsukasa got the meat from. And guess where it came from? It came from that forest deity that they killed in episode 1. If that elf girl ever finds out, she'll execute them right on the spot. Now, since Hinata's body is smaller, she actually gets drunk a lot quicker. And that began to cause problems because she started running towards the forest on her own. Yep, that's peerless beauty troublemaker for you. Oh, and look at that. She got caught by a plant monster. She then tries to free herself, which causes even more problems since that dropped down her shirt, which is going to affect Tsukasa. I mean, peerless beauty got his uses and all, but in this situation, it does not work on the monster, and it's affecting Tsukasa, which is the only person there that can help Hinata right now. Tsukasa has to think of something quick, or else Hinata is going to get eaten. And the plan Tsukasa came up with was to tell Hinata to say something that will shock him. And apparently, Hinata hating bell pepper was a shock somehow. At this point, Tsukasa should change his title from childhood friend to mom. Anyway, the charm status got broken, and Tsukasa beat the monster in a single punch. Hinata then started to throw a temper tantrum at Tsukasa, saying that Tsukasa has everything while she has pretty much nothing. And she finally admits in her temper tantrum that she should have reincarnated into a hot guy and have all the girls fight over her. Even in the midst of Hinata's rant, Tsukasa still find it within him to forgive Hinata and lend out his hand. Now there's a true buddy right there. Anyway, back at the camp, the elf girl have caught up to both Tsukasa and Hinata, and since she's been tracking them for a while now, she is very hungry, so she decided to eat their food, which is a problem because the food on the table is actually the meat from the guardian spirit. Oh no, what is she gonna do when she finds out that she ate her guardian spirit? Anyway, the episode ends with the elf girl getting dragged away by the plant monster. Well, this episode was fun. We find out that Tsukasa is one stubborn mute, preferring to stand his ground unlike Hinata, would rather capitulate. Well, I guess in that confrontation with the elf girl, it would have been faster just to apologize and move on. And the new narcissistic elf girl provided some nice gag. She serves pretty much just like a rival to Hinata's in terms of beauty, but no one can beat Hinata's in terms of beauty because she got that cheat skill. Well, it looks like the elf girl is going to be a recurring character because she's going to be chasing both Hinata and Tsukasa around. And the episode never really addressed how the fire episode started in the first place. Now, Tsukasa gave a reason off screen, but we never really got to hear what it was. I guess that's one of the things where it's just going to be left unanswered. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Be sure to leave a comment down below and tell me what you think of the episode. Be sure to leave a like, turn on notification, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.